Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We have more news to share with you as well as more whale alerts, and let's go ahead and get straight into it. So first up here, within the last 24 hours, we have some really big moves with USDC. $300 million worth transferred from an unknown wallet to an unknown wallet. Then we have $403 million worth of USDC, again transferred from an unknown wallet to an unknown wallet. That same amount transferred from one unknown wallet to another unknown wallet. So I'm assuming it's the same exact account. And then we have 300 million, which is likely associated with that earlier 300 million. And that was also transferred from, you guessed it, an unknown wallet to an unknown wallet. Then we move on. We've got Bitcoin, 1,500 Bitcoin worth over $100 million that was transferred from an unknown wallet to an unknown wallet. We have $106 million worth of USDT transferred from the Tether Treasury to an unknown wallet. And then scrolling up here, we have some big news to share in regards to XRP. 200 million XRP, and then right after that, 500 million XRP that was locked in escrow. So 700 million XRP, as you guys may know, covered this in my previous video yesterday. 1 billion XRP was unlocked. That's standard. We see that at the beginning of every month. And here we have 700 million of that that's been relocked. So that's really nice to see. And let's go ahead and move on to some of the other major news. The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is now at 10. This is in extreme fear territory. We look at Rippleziety, and they post the XRP exchange reserves has increased 10.58% in 24 hours. Bull theory, the market just surprised everyone. In the past 2 hours, over $1 trillion has been wiped out from gold and silver, while nearly $800 billion has been added to crypto and the US stock market. Gold is down 1.78%, wiping out $650 billion in value. Silver is down 6.82%. That's $340 billion. NASDAQ is up 1.73%, adding $610 billion. The SPX is up 1.08%. That's $80 billion. The Russell 2000 up 1.72%. That adds $53 billion. And then Bitcoin, that's up 6.7%, adding $80 billion. Ripple stablecoin tracker, we've got 69 million RLUSD minted at the RLUSD Treasury. $69 million worth, basically. Whale Insider, just in, over $3 billion in crypto short positions set to be liquidated if Bitcoin hits $70,000. So we're seeing some nice momentum with Bitcoin. We'll have to see if that continues on. But yeah, $3 billion could definitely have a nice little nudge on the price charts. No Limit. Update, it's getting worse. They pulled up last week's top insider trades. They said, look at the image. 8 Walton had just dumped $1 billion in Walmart stock. RCL directors filed 5 separate sales in 1 week. MSI's CEO sold on back-to-back days. Meta's CFO sold multiple times. Google affiliates filed 6 proposed sales. And then they said, scroll down that entire list, almost every single line is red. There is 1 buy out of 40 transactions. The people who know the most are selling the fastest. And then they recommend that you guys follow them if you want to show your love and support for following them. They're at No Limit Gains over on Twitter. Then we have Bank XRP. The integration of Ripple and Hidden Road continues to scale. The latest DTCC notice shows Hidden Road, HRFI, officially going live on the NSCC directory March 2nd, 2026. Ripple Prime's role in bridging TradFi and DeFi will likely move post-trade volume to the XRPL. Stuff is crypto. Ripple is officially inside the U.S. banking system pipeline. OCC conditional approval granted. If Ripple clears the final pre-opening requirements, it becomes a federally regulated U.S. trust bank. With Ash Crypto, gold and silver, as he points out, look at the charts here, wiped out $1.12 trillion in just 1 hour. That's absolutely insane. Bank XRP looks like 69 million RLUSD went to Gemini. So we talked about it being minted by the Treasury, and then here in the graphic, it does look like it very likely went over to Gemini. And that's it. So let's go ahead and take a quick look over at the price charts and see how things are moving there. So looking at, we'll just look at XRP for today's video. It's just under $1.40. We did have a third day of closure beneath that key Fibonacci retracement zone. So that would suggest a stronger trend, meaning that it's more likely it's going to keep going down. But right now, everything's essentially consolidating. We're seeing a pretty steady zone of support at about $1.33. So we saw that back here on February 23rd. We've got an instance here on February 25th, and then essentially on February 27th and March 1st. So a lot of days consecutively right around that same time, around that same price, I should say. And then we have also pretty close to this on February 11th. That was at $1.34. And also the 12th. Okay, so just zooming out a tad bit, you guys can see we've still got a long ways to go back to that spot ETF around $2.46. And that's what I got for you guys in today's video. You can check me out on Blue Sky at Crypto Atlas if you want to drop me a follow there. And if you would like to support the channel, you can become a YouTube member or a Patreon supporter. I really appreciate either way. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to my YouTube members and my Patreon supporters. God bless, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.